President Trump says the war with Iran has ended. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Telling a rally in Georgia he called into last night for Republican candidate for Governor Burt Jones.
They have agreed never to have a nuclear weapon, something that we insisted on. That was the whole purpose. That was 95% of it.
But Iran's foreign ministry says it's not a done deal yet, and they won't compromise on their red lines in any agreement. And Fox's Doug Luzader reports.
It looks like the U.S. military had to once again come to the defense of ships in the region. According to a senior U.S. official, it appears Iran has attempted to strike commercial ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz tonight. U.S. forces shot down 2 Iranian one-way attack drones. Traffic flow through the strait continues. But the president did pull back from another round of airstrikes on Iran that were set to happen last night. He called them off after saying once again that a deal was at hand.
Should get done over the next few days. We'll probably have a signing maybe in Europe, and it's a great thing.
Oil prices are down more than 3%. Stock futures are rising on this potential deal the morning after the Dow surged more than 900 points, gaining back what was lost in Wednesday's big sell-off. And today, one stock will get launched. SpaceX.
And what is expected to be the biggest public offering of stock ever. $75 billion worth of shares. We're expecting a share price of $135. Take it or leave it. That's going to be the number. Ticker SPCX. But the big headline, if all goes according to plan, CEO Elon Musk could become the world's first trillionaire.
Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis. A win for President Trump. A federal appeals court's ruled his new global tariffs, 10%, are likely legal under the statute he imposed them, undoing a lower court's block. The new tariffs were levied after the Supreme Court angered the president, blocking bigger tariffs, ruling he exceeded his authority. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 84. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. It's cloudy. It's 72 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Galena, 71 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. In Oklahoma, early voting started yesterday on a big issue, a possible increase in the state's minimum wage. News Talk KZRG Steve Smith has more.
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Hundreds of thousands of Missourians have lost Medicaid coverage, mostly over paperwork issues. Matt Pilger with more.
A report from the Missouri Independent, based on data from the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, shows more than 333,000 people lost coverage between January 2025 and February 2026. About 92% were dropped due to missing forms or incomplete information, not eligibility raising concerns. New federal work requirements are set to take effect in 2027. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
This week's U.S. Drought Monitor shows some improvement in the state of Missouri this week over last.
The report shows 73% of the state is drought-free. A half dozen counties in northeast Missouri, though, are abnormally dry. There are still a handful of areas in southeast Missouri's Boot Hill region that are in extreme drought, and about a dozen counties in southeast Missouri in severe drought. Sue Danielson, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 71 at 604, News Talk, KZRG.
This month is National Alzheimer's Disease Month. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that robs victims of their most precious memories. Dr. Russell Swerdlow treats Alzheimer's patients at KU Medical Center and told News Talk KZRG what causes Alzheimer's disease.
There are different kinds of Alzheimer's. There are clearly forms of Alzheimer's disease where there is a very strong genetic component, and we can see it moving from generation to generation. But this is very uncommon. It accounts for way less than 1% of Alzheimer's disease. The rest of it is what we call sporadic, meaning that there's not one gene that's driving it. There are genes, though, that contribute.
Over 7 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia.
An explosion in Carthage. It happened in a storage room at Schreiber Foods, an area where chemicals are kept. The explosion reportedly did not cause the fire. There were no injuries to employees or anyone else. The hazardous materials were cleaned up by the employee teams at Schreiber. The company on Carthage's west side manufactures and distributes cheese and cheese products. Well, how'd the Royals do yesterday? Joe Morgan's got the answer.
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight, right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Borkett.
Next news, 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Sunny, up to 84 today. Tonight, partly cloudy. Could see stray showers and storms very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and storms likely, getting up to 88. Could see some rough stuff Saturday night, and then we're mostly cloudy Sunday. I'm Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Co. Roofing and Construction. When severe weather hits, choose the professionals at Millwood to repair and protect your roof and everything under it. For details and to receive a quote, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
Well, that's a little bit of a change from last night. We've got a clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 72 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Baxter Springs, 71 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:08.
Hi, I'm Jason. And I'm Josh with Bridgewater Roofing. We can't prevent severe weather from happening this season, but we'll be there for you with a solution when the storm hits. If you need a new roof, general maintenance, or help navigating the insurance process, Bridgewater Roofing has you covered. We offer special warranties, maintenance plans, and even financing options to take care of you. Come visit our showroom or visit our website, bridgewaterroofing.net.
Reputation, quality, and value too. Bridgewater Roofing takes care of you.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy, do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services a la carte as you need them. Affordable convenience right at your fingertips with the Hurricane Car Wash app. They have 2 locations in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and it works at all.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So Risa is here. Mary, good morning, Mary. Mary, I got your text, by the way. We have a lot on the docket today, so we're going to get to that. I pinky promise it will be brought up. I don't know if I'll have time to ask all those questions, Mary, but I pinky promise we're going to be talking about the subject at the very least. Avery, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome back, Ted. Oh, thank you, Avery. It's very sweet. It's good to be back. I felt a disturbance in the force while I was gone, and I didn't know if it was...
seem more mature.
Well, I wasn't sure what it was, the disturbance in the force, and then I realized, every night I was gone, Steve Scott was crying. And like a mother tiger, hearing the soft wails of her baby cub that pain in her heart that she can just sense with her sixth sense motherly abilities. I had that very pain, but, pointed at Steve.
Hey, Ted. And all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit.
We're back in, boys. So anyway, good morning, everyone. No, it feels good to be back. It feels right.
Moonlight feels right.
The moonlight feels right.
For half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just after 6:10 is the current KZRG news time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310 on your smart speaker, on the KZRG app, and wandering aimlessly in the shadow realm. It's Ted Bojorquez.
Ooh, I'm scared of shadows. It's Steve Scott who's scared of shadows.
Yes, it's Steve, scared of shadows Scott. Everyone is famously aware of Steve's shadow fear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is why Steve enjoys stormy weather. Speaking of which,
I don't know if I enjoy it after this last week. It's been kind of rough, but today it's going to be sunny. It's going to be nice. We had a cold front go through last night. Who thought? 84 for the high today, and then tonight a minimal risk of some showers and thunderstorms after 4 a.m., partly cloudy with a low down to around 70. Tomorrow, showers and thunder boomers likely. Then they will continue after tomorrow afternoon. Partly sunny with the high of 89. Heat index values as high as 100 tomorrow. Tomorrow night could get rough, according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. Showers, possibly some thunderstorms, heavy rain possible, and some storms could be severe. 100% is the chance of precipitation, which means we are probably going to get some rain. It could be heavy.
everyone is participating in tomorrow's weather?
Participating?
Par for the course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or no, par for the course.
You drop a funky beat, and I will give you the sweetest rap album that you've ever heard. Steve was thinking,
I don't believe
do I
it.
take the bait or not?
No.
He decided not to.
I'm not going to. KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno will have more information on this at 7:25.
Speaking of having more information, an update for you on what is going on in Iran, to the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Peace has broken out. Yay! Supposedly.
Yeah, exactly. President Donald Trump has canceled once again impending U.S. strikes and plans to storm Iran's Kong Island.
I think since this weekend is his birthday, that he was doing it as a birthday gift from him to Iran.
Yeah. Wow, what a sweet gift. Bust out the confetti and the...
But they're going to show Iran just exactly what Trump can do on Sunday night on his birthday celebration, because they're going to have the UFC fighting on the White House lawn.
Oh, boy. Now, that's American.
They're going to sick them over onto the Iranian troops. They'll take care of them.
Yeah. By the way, it was...
the squared ring. No, they don't have squared ring. They have the octagon.
I don't know what they have, but what I have is a big old glass of misspoke. We just got a text from Don. Don texted us at 417-782-1310. He said, Ted, did you say Kong Island where King Kong lives? I meant Karg Island, sorry. That would be scary if Iran did, in fact, have ownership of Kong Island and was thinking about sicking King Kong onto our New York City. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, he'd be climbing the Empire State Building.
Yeah. So anyway, Donald Trump said that there is an agreement between Washington and Tehran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and begin nuclear negotiations. And he said that this agreement to do all that is all wrapped up. But...
And guess what Iran's minister
Foreign minister said? What did he say?
He said, I don't know of any agreement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand what this 17D chess move of Trump is, but it kind of just sounds like he's the boy who cried wolf. Because this is the 1,000,000th time that we have announced on this show that peace is just around the corner, that they're so close to signing a deal. It's
day
right there.
Day one.
Oh, it's going to happen any moment now. Woo! And then, so here we are. I straight up don't believe him. Listen, I love what Trump is doing to try and get nuclear weapons away from Iran. That is good. I love what Trump is doing to try and topple the current Iranian regime. That is great. I love that he is getting our Middle East partners and allies involved, so that way all the brunt of this burden is not fully shouldered on the American taxpayer, i.e. you and I. I think that's great. What I don't enjoy is Trump every other day saying we're so close to wrapping this up, and it just keeps not happening. He's now the boy who cried wolf with this specific issue in my mind.
Are you familiar with the Charlie Brown cartoon?
So much so, all I'm hearing you say right now, Steve, is wah, 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 wah.
Well, Lucy, every football season, is holding the football for Chuck to kick a field goal.
All right.
And every time he goes to kick it, she picks up the football just at the last minute and makes him fall.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of sounds a little bit like that.
Yeah, a little bit. KZRG News Time 6:15. And by the way, I am begging, hoping, and praying that I am wrong. I am hoping, begging, and praying that this time, when he says they're so close to signing the deal, that they actually are. I would love that. I would sincerely love to be wrong on this.
Yeah, just once I'd like to hear it the other way around. Iran saying, we're ready to sign the deal. We're ready to sign the deal. And Trump saying, I don't know.
I know. The only person that we've heard say that Iran is ready to sign the deal is President Trump.
Yeah.
Because Iran has time and time again continually said that they're not. Now, President Donald Trump took to Truth Social where he said, quote,
and it's got to be the truth because it's on Truth Social.
Whoa, I didn't even think of that. Where he said, quote, based on the fact that discussions with the Islamic Republic of Iran have been brought to the highest level of Iranian leadership and approved, I have, as President of the United States of America, canceled the scheduled strikes and bombings against Iran this evening. Discussions and final points have been, in both concept and great detail, approved by all parties involved, including the United States, Israel, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Turkey, Pakistan, Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan, Egypt, and others. End quote.
You forgot to mention one country.
I didn't mention anything. This is what Trump is saying.
Well, I know. He forgot to mention one.
What's that?
Iran.
Yeah, huh? Oh, interesting.
Everybody else agrees to it, but Iran's not mentioned in there as agreeing.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I noticed it.
This is why we keep Steve around.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, listen, I understand. And that's the thing. I want to give the president a lot of grace on this because he just named a lot of countries that all have irons in the fire, that all have their own red lines, that all have their own things going on. This is a negotiation and a deal made of nightmares. So for him to try and navigate and traverse this is very difficult. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that he should have been done on day one with this. I give him a lot of credit for all the effort. I'm exclusively very frustrated that he keeps on saying we're so close and we're actually not. That's my only beef with this whole thing. Personally.
Well, maybe we are close. We just can't see it. Maybe we're blinded by the light.
Yeah, maybe, he said sarcastically. But in any case, a U.S. source familiar with the mediation efforts described the agreement as, quote, all-inclusive. This is an all-inclusive deal with Iran, which, of course, includes open bar and, free taxi rides and whatnot. So that's how all-inclusivity works. Of course, I'm thinking vacation mode right now, but whatever. Now, according to insiders...
sounds good. I'd love a vacation.
Yeah. According to insiders, the only issue that is still on play with this deal... So the deal isn't signed yet. Iran said they haven't signed anything.
But they're going to sign it. They're going to sign it this weekend.
Right now.
J.D. Vance, our vice president, is ready to go over to Europe to sign it. Don't know where in Europe. Haven't seen it. In fact, listening to Mark Levin last night, he kept saying, if everybody's agreed to it, why aren't we seeing it?
Right. Why? How come the American people hasn't seen this amazing deal that is apparently on the board? By the way, you can always tune in to Mark Levin every single weekday at 5 on FM 102.9, 105.9 AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Now, according to Insider, the only issue at play, allegedly, this is the last thing.
Only issue.
This is the only thing stopping Iran from signing this, according to an insider that is, of course, an anonymous source. So take it with a grain of salt.
It's a piece of paper. They don't like signing pieces of paper.
Well, there's that. But also, it is the order in which the terms of agreement would be fulfilled. Now, why does that matter? What does that mean? Well, part of this agreement allegedly includes things like opening the Strait of Hormuz, lifting the U.S. blockade on Iranian ports, releasing frozen Iranian funds, discussing plans to get rid of the nuclear capabilities of Iran. And so the order of operations is allegedly the only thing they still need to hammer out.
Well, if they release frozen funds, it may take a while for them to thaw out.
Well, there's that, so they might need to do that first. But
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want to start this deal off with giving Iran a bunch of money.
Well, that sounds familiar. It sounds like something Obama did.
Which I was against.
And Biden did.
Which I was against, and I would be against it in this case, too. This is basically the international equivalent of two dudes meeting in a parking garage at 2 in the morning, and one of them going, hey, I got the stuff. You got the money? He's like, yeah, I got the money. You got the stuff? He goes, yeah. Give me the stuff before I give you the money. And the other guy goes, no, give me the money before I give you the stuff. It's like that. Hey, well, Iran says, yeah, we'll open up the Strait of Hormuz, but unfreeze our funds first. And Trump says, we'll unfreeze our funds, your funds, when you open up the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, that's really what the agreement allegedly is boiled down to.
Yeah, let's see him get straight to getting it done. You're welcome.
It's terrible.
Oh, I'm on a roll this morning.
Terrible.
I need to leave. I need to go home and get some sleep.
KZRG News Time, 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Can't find the big three. Oh, he miraculously found it.
Got to get up pretty early in the morning to get one past me, Steve.
Number what?
Number 3.
The FBI has arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudsters list. You guessed it, in Minnesota. You know, the state with all the fraud. Well, this is the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud. I didn't know they were after fish.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public. Their stock is going on sale for $135 a share and aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. Wow. That's a lot of money.
Made my head spin.
He didn't earn that. Number 1, News Talk KZRG is still giving away $100 cash. Every single weekday, tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get into the daily drawing for 100 smackaroos. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for all the deets.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? We want to know.
wife.
Go to what?
My wife.
Yeah. Can I say Steve's wife too is my answer? Uh-oh.
You could, but you wouldn't get it.
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? Steve's wife's going to have dinner with me dead after that comment I just made.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a text.
Oh, boy. 417-782-1310. You can also text your answer to that. Coming up, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG.
Here's a KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, the Doc dance.
Hey, Doc is here. Austin, SSSS. I can guess the first two S's. I imagine it's similar to SSDD. Is that what those first two S's are, Austin?
No, Steve's scared of Shadows Scott.
Oh, that's funny. I thought it was same blank, different day. Steve scared of Shadow Scott. Yeah, it's my homie, SSSS. It's my homie.
That's better than being from Germany with the SS.
Oh, that's true. Avery said, it's funny that you said you felt a disturbance in the Force, Ted, because I'm playing Detroit Become Human. Great game, by the way. Excellent choice, Avery. Yes, fine piece of media. I got to the point where Amanda tells Connor she feels a disturbance. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that game is hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious in that, like, it's so crazy and ridiculous. It's a very good game. I'm still on my Helldivers 2 kick. I did play, I'm trying to get me and my friends from back home are trying to coordinate presently, to get the Backrooms video game and play together. But we have been unable to decide on a time. That's the thing about growing up, and as y'all all know for sure, when I was in high school and college, if somebody hit me up and said, do you want to hang out right now? I said, yes, I do. and I dropped everything, and I just went and hung out with my friends right then and there. Because you're allowed to do that when you're a kid in high school and or college. When you're an adult, you have like responsibilities and things like that. So you can't just drop everything, hop on a bike or a skateboard, and hoof it down the block to your bud's house to play Detroit Become Human and /or Backrooms. It's a real shame. Real shame. All right, what do we got? Oh, Austin. See, there you go. If I just read ahead, I wouldn't have even had to ask what SSSS was. Teresa said, I'm actually excited about the UFC thing. The UFC thing I think is cool. Everyone's like, oh, why Trump do the UFC in the White House? That's so ridiculous. Why? It's fun. Sorry that he's having a good time and you're not. Sorry. Sorry the president's having fun and putting on some interesting shows. I know a bunch of liberals that are like, this is UFC on the White House lawn. Wow, that's such a waste of his time. He's not doing it. He probably texted someone, hey, make the UFC show up on the front lawn. Someone got in contact with Dana White and said and he said you know what I mean? Like I don't know how much time was put into it. He's a snake. Who's a snake, Austin? Before I agree or disagree with that statement, I need to know who it is. Teresa said, I'm so smoozy this morning. Coffee. I got Backrooms the other day. It's kind of creepy. Oh, really, Austin? Oh, excellent. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it? I'm curious. To be honest, I've seen zero gameplay. I've been avoiding the gameplay. I saw the early, like 20... there was like a rendition of it in like 2020 that some of my friends were playing over COVID. I saw that, but apparently there's a new game, I guess. I don't know. The movie is phenomenal. If y'all have not seen the Backrooms movie, you are sincerely missing out. That is truly a fine piece of media. Hey, Dustin, what's going on? Today's the day. SpaceX goes public. I used to watch UFC with my brothers all the time. Yeah, it's fun. Detroit Become Human is so cheesy. A pizza place would be jealous. Love it. I'm going to look into the Backrooms game at some point. Didn't even realize one came out. Yeah, I can't tell if it's a new one or if it's the old one. There's been Backroom style games for years now. But obviously with this great success of the movie, it's pretty, it's definitely kind of blown up in popularity and whatnot. David texted us. He said, "Yes, Ted, you're right to be frustrated. We all are. But I have to remember back 47 years ago. That's when the Islamic regime Republic took over Iran. So my point is, the Iranian people want a deal, right? Islamic Republic regime don't want peace. That's the headliner. It's not the Iranian people. Here in the U.S., we think of the Iranian regime. It's not. It's Islam. My humble view only." Oh, that's interesting, David.
Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ziprecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30 is the KZRG News Time, which means we are 10 minutes away from...
How many?
10 minutes away from drawing a winner from the Fez of Fortune. And that winner will be getting $100 cash with KZRG's Quick Cash, the quickest cash you'll ever make. Ted Pahorkas.
And Steve Scott. Well, it's going to be nice and sunny today, a lot cooler, high of 84, according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. And we have a very small chance of some showers and thunderstorms after 4 a.m. tonight, partly cloudy with a low of around 70. Now, tomorrow, we've got a possibility of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, with a high of 89, heat index values as high as 100. Then tomorrow night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, and some of the storms could be strong to severe and also could produce heavy rainfall. We'll find out full information from KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno at 7:25.
That is exactly right. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes, someone's walking away with $100. And in addition to that, there is so much local things going on. That's coming up as well, including some potentially life-saving assistance that you could give local officials. Yeah. We'll explain next. Good morning.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Peace at last.
8647 burned into the grass in D.C.
FISA runs out tonight.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading out for a high of 84 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. A little bit of sunshine, a lot of clouds so far this morning. It's 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Galena, 69 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
Just yesterday, President Donald Trump announcing that he's canceled plans to carry out more attacks against Iran. In a phone call endorsing Georgia Republican gubernatorial candidate Jones yesterday, the president says that a peace deal is complete.
We ended the war with Iran today, and they have agreed never to have a nuclear weapon, something that we insisted on. That was the whole purpose. That was 95% of it. And they've done it in the most powerful way you can do it.
The National Park Police are investigating what the Trump administration is calling deranged vandalism on the National Mall. 8647 was burned into a patch of grass, and the White House takes that as a threat to President Trump. With the story, Rich Edson.
86 is an old term in the restaurant business. It largely means to strike or get rid of a menu item. And this term, President Trump is the 47th president. An Interior Department spokesperson tells Fox News that, quote, any threat against the president is taken very seriously by the department, and our U.S. Park Police will investigate this incident and hold those responsible accountable. The U.S. Park Police says they've not yet determined the cause of the discoloration and have collected grass samples for testing. All this while tourists travel to the National Mall to celebrate the 250th anniversary of American independence, where crews are building the Great American State Fair. That opens in just about 2 weeks.
I wonder what kind of grass samples they're testing. Is it marijuana or something else?
The investigators out there are like, hey, man, I got to smoke this for science, man. Democrat lawmakers in the Senate and Democrats, along with some Republicans in the House, have blocked an extension of the government's warrantless surveillance program. So it expires tonight at midnight.
The House and then the Senate rejected an extension of FISA 702, while Democrats and some Republicans had demanded reforms, including requiring a warrant to obtain Americans' information revealed by the surveillance. Democrats then rejected an extension over the president's selection of his federal housing finance director, Bill Pulte, as temporary director of national intelligence. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said on the Senate floor,
at a time when we're hosting the World Cup, we got 250th anniversary celebrations going on around this country. This is a time of risk for the American people.
House lawmakers have left town and are on break until June 23rd. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
It is 69 at 6:34. News Talk, KZRG.
In Oklahoma, early voting started yesterday, and one big issue, a possible increase in the state's minimum wage. That's on the ballot. News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith fills us in.
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
This is National Alzheimer's Disease Month. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that robs victims of their most precious memories. Is there a treatment for Alzheimer's disease? Dr. Russell Swerdlow, who treats Alzheimer's patients at the KU Medical Center in Kansas City, told News Talk KZRG.
We tell them to exercise. We tell them to be physically active. If they have other treatable health issues like high blood pressure, the high blood pressure should be treated. If they have sleep apnea, the sleep apnea can be treated. Diet, the Mediterranean diet, and that's been associated with a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. But some of these things may have small effects, but people want to know even small effects.
Over 7 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Some clouds, some sun, mostly clouds though, 69, 636, News Talk, KZRG.
Another drowning in the Show Me State. A 31-year-old man from Lebanon, Missouri, drowning in the Niagara River on Wednesday afternoon. It happened near the Tunnel Dam Power Plant, southwest of Camdenton. The man was pulled from the river, and CPR was used, but he was pronounced dead by the Camden County Medical Examiner. It was the fifth drowning in central Missouri this year. The identity of the victim is currently being withheld.
Netflix drops the trailer for its Little House on the Prairie remake.
The first full-length trailer for the Little House on the Prairie reboot is here, with Netflix calling it part hopeful family drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. The streamer is set to offer its own take on Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved semi-autobiographical Little House books.
I've seen entire families freeze to death out here, get taken by fever, wolves.
In the trailer, the traveling Ingalls family is shown attempting to settle on the American frontier, but they soon learn the challenges and tensions that exist. Season 1 of Little House on the Prairie premieres on Netflix July 9th. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And supposedly that prairie that the Little House is on is from the Independence, Kansas area, not too far down the road, about 60 miles to the west of us.
Huh.
Well, how'd the Kansas City Royals do yesterday? With the answer, Joe Morgan.
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight. Right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news. As it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88. And the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Webb City, 69 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 6:39.
Now that's a job for JB.
That's a job for JB.
That's a job for JB.
Homeowners everywhere are letting their neighbors know. If you have electrical issues, call on the residential specialists, JB Electric. When it comes to something as important as your home's electrical system, good enough just won't cut it. At JB Electric, we operate by the JB standards, a set of rules that all of our electricians live by. One of those standards is integrity. We will always shoot you straight, even if it's not the news you were hoping for. A job done right isn't just something that we say. It's what we actually put into practice every day.
I'm Joshua Bloyd with JB Electric. We believe you should get the whole truth and nothing but the truth when it comes to your electrical issues.
Good morning, everybody. Girl Chris is here. Tammy, good morning, Tammy. Tammy, yeah. Teresa said, I heard an interesting theory last night. Tim Pool said that he really thought that the war would end right before the midterms. Interesting. Girl Chris.
This year, as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of one of our most...
This says, can you ask why we are getting so many data centers planned in Missouri when we already face extreme drought conditions pretty much every year, energy prices on the rise, and it doesn't create any jobs in the long term? Are you, Austin, I can absolutely ask that. Are you referring to asking Congressman Eric Burleson? Just to clarify, I want to make sure I ask the right excuse me. I want to make sure I ask the right person this.
And a powerful reminder of what can happen when we show up, engage, and remember our shared heritage. Let's celebrate the real story of America together. America's exceptionalism is real and deeply...
I am literally, as we speak, good sir, copying and pasting your comment into another doc, so that way, if the Facebook page reloads or anything, I still have it, so that way I can ask that question. Yes, to Burleson. Okay, yes, I got it here for you, Austin. Miami wants to put a data center here, which would suck all the water flowing downstream. Yeah, and for what?
Maybe it'd get rid of the flooding.
There's only one way to stop flooding. Do we need to build dams and dikes? No!
Data centers. They use water to cool it.
The other big D. It's genius. It's genius.
Matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at MidAmericaDental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Oh, what a difference a day makes. It's going to be nice and sunny today, but it's going to be a little bit cooler, only 84 for the high. Then tonight, partly cloudy with the overnight low down to 70. Late in the evening, or actually early in the morning, we start getting chances of showers and thunderstorms. Then tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely during the day with a high of 89. Heat index could be as high as 100. And then tomorrow night, a 100% chance of rain. Some of it could be heavy. Also, we have a possibility of severe weather tomorrow night, according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. In fact, the National Storm Prediction Center says the biggest threat is going to be wind and hail for our area, although there will be a risk for some tornadoes as well. But the biggest threat looks like it's going to be wind for tomorrow, as well as the very, very heavy rain. If severe weather breaks out, we break in. Keep it right here on News Talk KZRG.
Speaking of breaking out and breaking in, Steve wants to know your address. Get it? Breaking in? No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
All right. Now, what we are going to be... All right, come on. It wasn't that bad. All All
Yes, it was. It even deserves a second one.
A second one. No. What we are going to be breaking out is
The Fans of Fortune.
it is now time to see which one of you luckiest of duckies will be walking away with $100 cash in KZRG's Quick Cash. If you want to learn how to play, go to news.kzrg.com. Click on the Quick Cash banner. Steve, drum roll, please. Today's winner is Richard Davenport. Yeah. Richard is going to be a whole lot richer by about $100.
All right, gets a autographed picture of Benjamin Franklin.
That's true. Autographed by...
It wasn't autographed by Ben, but is autographed by somebody that's in the Treasury Department.
Yeah, very, very important distinction. If it was a $100 U.S. bill autographed by the real Benjamin Franklin, it'd be worth more than $100. I'll tell you that much.
I can't wait to see the other new bill that supposedly has Donald Trump on it whenever
The
it comes out.
$250 commemorative piece of paper.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, moving on from there, there's a lot of stuff going on in the 4 states area that you can get involved in and need to know about. KZRG News Time 645, by the way. There will be a public meeting of the Joplin Area Transportation Study Organization.
Well, that's a mouthful.
I know. They're having a policy board meeting next Thursday, June 18th at 1:30 at City Hall. That's at 602 South Main on the 5th floor. That's the City Council chambers. Now, the agenda includes the approval of the fiscal year 2026-2029 TIP Amendment 4 and discussion of JATSO's Bike and Pedestrian Plan update. Were you able to discern what all that means?
Nope.
Absolutely. That is big, fancy government speak for the following. Every now and then, a group of eggheads get together and they say, hey, how are we going to make our roads better? What upgrades need to be done infrastructure-wise in not just Joplin, but the surrounding cities of Joplin, the whole region? Do we need better sidewalks? Which roads need better sidewalks? What intersections suck? Where can we add another roundabout? Where can a TED statue go in town?
Where can we put some more diamonds?
Where can more diamonds go? They get together and they have this conversation. You get to be a part of that conversation. If you are frustrated with the way road work has been conducting itself
Did you say road work? Oh.
in and around the city of Joplin, then you can show up at this meeting and have a say. You can ask questions. You can issue complaints to people that actually have a say. You know, you can text us here at KZRG how frustrating the road work is, and I assure you, you text us that a lot. And as much as we love hearing that from you, there's not a lot we as individuals can do. We can draw attention to it as a news outlet, which we do. We talk about road work all the time. We talk about the frustrations, the pros, the cons, the cost of that. Well, that's as much as we can do. But if you want to talk to someone that actually has a say in how it's being conducted, this is the meeting to go to.
That's true.
Free of charge. Pop on in. So that's happening next Thursday, June 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Moving on from there, something else happening in the and around the city of Joplin. Again, this is a regional thing. Okay, but just because Joplin's the biggest city, it tends to centralize here, but it's the whole region. The city of Joplin currently working with the Southwest Missouri Council of Governments and local jurisdictions to update the multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan, a plan that's required by federal law to be reviewed annually and updated every 5 years. Did you get what all that meant, Steve?
Nope.
Exactly. This is egghead government fancy-pantsy speak for when stuff hits the fan, what's the plan? That's what it is. They're going to get together and they're going to ask you, when stuff hits the plan, what's the fan, what's the plan?
There's a great plan. Unplug it and then clean it.
Yeah, well, you know. So this is a guide. This plan that they're trying to develop is a guide on how our community prepares for and responds to natural disasters. And again, it's not just Joplin. It's the entire region. Every major city, every small city in Southwest Missouri, every environment, every, what's it called, township? I know unincorporated lands are included in this plan, by the way.
Right, yeah, unincorporated townships is
right.
The
All
correct
of it,
term. Yeah.
all of it is included. And it's how does Southwest Missouri plan for a natural disaster. Natural disasters like tornadoes,
earthquakes,
flooding, fires, an army of Ted clones that I've been developing in my basement for 6 months, escaping and wreaking havoc. Natural disasters, things that could happen to any community.
Ted clones that are zombies. That'd be even worse.
Right. And, they are hungry for brains because that we don't have any of our own. So we got to consume brains. Now, if you want to participate in this study, this plan that all of this whole region is trying to develop, it's actually a lot easier than you think. They developed a 10-question survey. I did it last night myself. It is stupid easy and stupid fast. It is insane how quick it is. It's literally just 10 questions. I literally did it last night on my computer. And guess what? It took all of maybe 3 minutes. I mean, I blazed through that thing. The questions are things like, hazards addressed in the multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan are listed below. And then it gives you a list of common types of hazards, fires, flooding, earthquakes. And then it says, please indicate your opinion on the likelihood for each of these hazards impacting your community. Boom. That's question 1 of 10.
Right.
Easy money. Super fast. Another one is, how concerned are you about the following natural hazards impacting your community? Boom. Simple. And then it gives you a list: fire, earthquake, tornado. And then you just rate, super concerned, not concerned, kind of concerned, that type of thing. It's super fast, and it actually does help them a lot to help keep our community safe. So you can find a link to that survey. It sincerely does help a lot. You can find a link on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. Takes less than 2 minutes. It's awesome. KZRG News Time 650.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The FBI has arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudster list in, you guessed it, Minnesota.
Wow, what are the odds?
Yeah, that's the state with all the fraud. Well, it's the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public, their stock going on sale for $135 a share. It aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Number 1.
News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 in cash every single weekday. Tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for all the deets.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook, or leave us an open mic message. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? My answer is Steve Scott on Thursday nights, but what would your answer be? Coming up, what's going on with Hannity's Morning Minute? You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here's a KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88, and the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Good morning, everybody. Francis, good morning to you.
Hello, Francis.
Charlie Davis, good morning, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Rachel is here. Rachel, the flooding comment regarding Miami, what? All right, let's not outlaw comedy, Rachel. We're just having a good time here. Obviously,
or even alleged comedy.
Yeah, even alleged comedy, yeah. Obviously, data centers wouldn't stop the flooding. We're just joking around here. We're trying to have a good time. Wow, Steve, that was creepy.
Yeah, when I did brains.
I'd 100% want dinner with either Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh. Honestly, those are great answers. Those are really great answers. Excuse me, well, my allergies are in full swing. Oh, my goodness. By the way, some exciting news. Very, very exciting news for everyone in the 4 states. The sun rose this morning. Hasn't exploded yet.
Not yet. Well, it's actually exploded quite a bit because that's what's causing the lights, the nuclear explosions on the sun.
I would like to reread Rachel's comment to you. That sun exploding comment regarding the sun exploding was, Go ahead and fill in that blank, Steve.
And put the emoji in. Don't forget it.
Yeah. David texted us. David said, think about this. Trump was taking millions of gallons of oil out of the strait no one knew about to help keep oil prices down here in the USA. The oil prices dropped deeply yesterday. Well, whatever. I won't split hairs. I believe that was a stroke of genius. President Trump should get a positive shout out for taking the oil out unnoticed, especially our military. That's positive. Yeah, I agree. That is positive. If we're able to get oil out of there, I got no beef with that. Credit where credit's due. That's awesome. Zero beef. Austin, I would choose Steve Scott on game night. I would invite, if I could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, I would choose Steve Scott on Thursday night.
Which then I
I
would
would
be
make
dead.
a reservation at the local crab shack. I would say, Steve, meet me there at around, 5 p.m. Steve said, okay, do you want a carpool? I said, no, let's drive separately. I'm bringing a surprise for you. And it's so big, it's going to take up the entire back row of my vehicle. So we can't be in the same
Don't
car.
you have
because you'll ruin the surprise.
Don't you have a dog cage or something in the back
Still back
row to
seats.
see?
I
you
do
still
have a dog cage in the back, in the trunk of my car. Don't ask why.
Why?
But anyway. I'd invite Steve. And then when 5 o'clock rolls around and he shows up to the crab shack, I'm going to stand him up. Full-blown stand-up situation. Steve's going to be so heartbroken. He's going to be there for like an hour. The waiter's going to keep coming by. Hey, can I get you something? He's like, no, I'm just waiting for someone. It's going to be really embarrassing and awkward. Then he's going to tuck his tail between his legs and head home feeling defeated.
Didn't know I had a tail.
He's going to take his house key, put it into the front door, turn it, open the front door, lo and behold, there I am. In his home.
In all your glory.
On game night on Thursday. And I will have worked out a scenario.
Well, I did get to spend game night with you last night.
Where that's true for weather. But I will have worked out a scenario where, because Steve was out to dinner, I volunteered to take his place for game night. And Mrs. Steve humbly accepts. That would be the perfect, very perfect.
That'll never happen.
Gary's here. Good morning, Gary.
Your votes will matter is that you commit in your mind, your heart, and your soul that you don't want the country to go. And I've got some good news in terms of why you should be hopeful and optimistic. You know, we're looking at numbers, for example, 229,000 plus voters the GOP gained over Democrats just since 2024 alone. Democrats lost 275,000 voters across 28 swing districts since November of 24. That's an average of 10,000 per district.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
You know, from America's Revolutionary War to Israel's now fight for their very survival in 1948, Israel has faced from day one moment after another. Their courage has been tested. You know, in 1985, President Reagan delivered these remarks about America's commitment to stand with Israel. And here's what he said.
In our talks, we paid special attention to two issues: our commitment to Israel's security and well-being, and our shared desire to move forward together toward a just and lasting peace between Israel and all its Arab neighbors. A strong, secure Israel is a shared interest.
As America now is approaching its 250th anniversary celebration, all our friends at the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews reflect on this great special friendship with the U.S. and Israel, two democracies built on faith, liberty, and hope. You can sign up and receive a free USA Israel flag pin when you go online to flagpinifcj.org. One word, flagpinifcj.org today.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny and cooler today. Yep, 84 for the high today, which is a lot cooler than it was the last few days. But it's not going to last. Tonight down to 70 with partly cloudy. Then tomorrow we've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow night a 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Heavy rain is possible. Severe weather is possible. Greatest risk is for winds and hail, high winds and hail, although there will be a risk for some tornadoes as well. If severe weather breaks out, we break in. We'll keep you informed. KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno will be joining us at 7:25. And also coming up, I think we got a code word, don't we?
We do. In 5 minutes at 7:05, we have a code word coming your way. Of course, the natural next question is, what do I do with this code word? Is it a secret code word to get an invite to family game night on Thursday? No, it's not that. Even better. It's for $100. We're giving out code words today at 7:05, 8:05, 12:05, and 4:05. For every code word you hear, text it to 417-782-1310. For every code word you text in, your name will be in the running for $100 cash with KZRG's Quick Cash. Go to news.kzrg.com. Click on the Quick Cash banner for all the details. Good morning.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
A deal with Iran could be signed this weekend. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump says.
We ended the war with Iran today, and they have agreed never to have a nuclear weapon.
That was during his call into a rally in Georgia for Republican candidate for Governor Burt Jones, hours after the president announced he'd called off a third straight night of attacks on Iran. Fox Business's Max Gordon reports from Dubai.
According to Iranian state media, the 14-page draft includes U.S. commitments to lift sanctions on Iran, withdraw troops, and release frozen Iranian funds. But final negotiations still need to tackle nuclear and economic issues. Iran's foreign ministry says much of the agreement has been outlined, but nothing is currently finalized.
There was another skirmish in the Strait of Hormuz. A U.S. official tells Fox Iran tried to attack commercial ships, but American forces shot down 2 drones. Despite that, oil prices are down more than 3% on the potential for a deal. There's another 86-47 formation. Weeks after former FBI Director James Comey was indicted, accused of threatening President Trump in a social media post showing that in seashells on a beach, the new one was found burned into a lawn near the Washington Monument.
The Department of Interior is calling this an act of deranged vandalism, with authorities not only trying to figure out who did this, but also what caused the discoloration in the grass.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House. The president's name has to be taken off the Kennedy Center in Washington by today unless an appeal stops that.
It's a last-minute legal push to make sure the facility stays as the Trump Kennedy Center. A source tells Associated Press the center's board voted to seek a stay of court ruling that said President Trump's name was illegally added to the center. The judge in the case had ruled only Congress could change the name of the facility and ordered all references to Trump be removed.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. The World Cup's underway. Team USA plays Paraguay tonight at Los Angeles Stadium. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 84. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno following sports. That'll be at 7:08. It's cloudy with a little bit of sunshine. 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 70 in Carthage, 70 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. And on your smart speaker, News Talk. KZRG. In Oklahoma, early voting starting yesterday on a big issue, a possible increase in the state's minimum wage. With the story, News Talk KZRG, Steve Smith.
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Hundreds of thousands of Missourians have lost Medicaid coverage, mostly over paperwork issues. Matt Pilger explains.
A report from the Missouri Independent, based on data from the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, shows more than 333,000 people lost coverage between January 2025 and February 2026. About 92% were dropped due to missing forms or incomplete information, not eligibility, raising concerns. New federal work requirements are set to take effect in 2027. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
The government reports that an important Social Security trust fund is projected to run out of money in late 2032. That's a little bit sooner than projected. That means payouts could be reduced then. Missouri State University finance professor Jeff Jones explains how the system works.
The system, when it was set up, was basically set up so that the payments into the system by workers today are funding current retirees. So there always needs to be some sort of fund, right, that kind of captures all that.
He says the taxes coming in are not keeping up, and Congress will have to consider some tough decisions. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 70 at 704 News Talk, KZRG.
This is Alzheimer's National Disease Month. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that robs victims of their most precious memories. Dr. Russell Swerdlow treats Alzheimer's patients at KU Medical Center and explained to News Talk KZRG what causes the disease.
There are different kinds of Alzheimer's. There are clearly forms of Alzheimer's disease where there is a very strong genetic component, and we can see it moving from generation to generation. But this is very uncommon. I mean, it counts for way less than 1% of Alzheimer's disease. The rest of it is what we call sporadic, meaning that there's not one gene that's driving it. There are genes, though, that contribute.
Over 7 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's, the most common form of dementia.
KZRG News Time, 7:05.
Your 7:05 code word is a tough one today. I'm sorry, I'll spell it out for you, but here it is. Cat. Text the very difficult and large word cat to 417-782-1310 for your daily shot at $100 cash with KZRG's Quick Cash. That's C-A-T, cat.
Meow. An explosion in Carthage happening in a storage room at Schreiber Foods in an area where chemicals are kept. The explosion reportedly did not cause the fire. No injuries reported to employees or to anyone else. The hazardous materials were cleaned up by employee teams at Schreiber. The company on Carthage's west side makes cheese. It also distributes those cheese and cheese products. Well, the Royals were playing, the Cardinals were not, according to KZRG's Joe Morgan.
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight. Right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape for professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin. Choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Borkett.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Sunny, up to 84 today. Tonight, partly cloudy. Could see stray showers and storms very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and storms likely, getting up to 88. Could see some rough stuff Saturday night, and then we're mostly cloudy Sunday. I'm Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Co. Roofing and Construction. When severe weather hits, choose the professionals at Millwood to repair and protect your roof and everything under it. For details and to receive a quote, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
No rain showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 70 in Carl Junction, 70 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:09.
We need to replace the flooring immediately. It's worn out and embarrassing.
No, the AC should take priority. It's on its last leg.
Can we do both?
How? Are you selling a kidney?
We could refinance the house.
Whoa, no way. We'll lose our good interest rate. I'd rather you sell a kidney.
You can complete all of those home improvement projects without losing your rate with Community Bank and Trust. With a home equity loan or line of credit, you can update the bathroom, do the add-on, or get that new heat and air unit without giving up your great mortgage rate. CBT has a variety of options with low costs and very competitive interest rates. Plus, they can work out payment plans that fit into your budget. See what your home's equity could do.
Good morning, Jody. We got the Queen's Wave for Queen Joe Day. Gary, good morning, sir. Toby. Hey, we'll see you later, man.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. There aren't any dentists around here that are open consistently on Saturday or Friday for that matter. So I saw a need. I grew up blue collar. Sometimes you can't waste some PTO or vacation day on going to the dentist. Get a lot of grateful people, or look a lot of grateful families that can actually get their work done on Saturday or Friday. And these girls have bought into that vision. When I bought the practice, I named the practice Team Dental of Joplin. I understand that no large undertaking is done alone. It has to be done with an amazing team. I really feel like they're the hardest working staff in all 4 states because we're all sacrificing time from our families to help our community out. It means something to me. It means something to them. I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin, where we specialize in dentistry that fits your schedule.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:12 is the KZRG News Time, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. Joining us live this morning is Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson. Congressman, thanks for being here today.
Good morning.
Congressman, we had a listener question from a Missourian earlier this week. They were asking us about the foster care system in this country and growing concerns regarding safety for children and possible abuse of children within the foster care system. Is that a conversation, creating protections for these children? Is that a conversation that is a federal D.C. thing, which is the playground you play in, or is that a state-by-state system, the foster care system?
Well, that's mostly a state issue. We don't really. We have agencies that deal with child sex trafficking, things that are done across state lines. That would be under the purview of ICE. But as far as things that are happening within a state, that would be my recommendation would be call Jill Carter or your local state representative.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, these are local issues, local reps, not, nationwide. That makes sense. It's Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson here on News Talk KZRG. We had another question for you this morning, Congressman. It was regarding data centers in Missouri. They were asking why it seems that there's a lot of data centers getting planned for Missouri, despite the fact that there are extreme drought conditions pretty much every year, according to this listener. Thoughts on this concern regarding Missouri's drought issues paired with what seems to be an uptick in data center planning?
Yeah, well, I would say first, I'm not aware that Southwest Missouri is in any kind of drought condition. I think that if anything, we've had quite a bit of rainfall. We don't. Furthermore, and I'm just going to address the water issue for people in Southwest Missouri. I, after decades, was able to get a water allocation to the Joplin area so that we could address all of the, for decades of generational needs for drinking water. So that's a new allocation that we got from the Army Corps of Engineers from Truman Lake. So and Stockton. So that's a good deal. But outside of that, I think if you've got a data center that's coming in, ask them how much water they plan to use and make sure your community has the bandwidth. From what I understand, most of them use less water than a car wash. So to me, if you're really worried about water in your community, if that's your big concern, you probably should be protesting car washes before you. And I'm not against car washes. I'm just saying the hype against data centers is a little bit and somewhat unreasonable in their facts. And so most data centers are even actually now cooling with closed loop geothermal systems where they don't even need ongoing water. So I think there's a lot of hype, and people should be paying attention to the fact that China absolutely wants you to hate data centers. They are spending money. We've caught them on the federal level. They've ChatGPT has banned Chinese influencers. They actually pay U.S. influencers as well, particularly in conservative circles. So look, I'm not telling you what to think, but just know that China also wants you to think that data centers are bad in the United States. So just keep that in mind and in all the content that you're viewing online, and ask yourself, is this Chinese propaganda?
Interesting. It's Missouri U.S.
I got a text from one of the local elected officials from McDonald County who said, here's a photo of the data center that's next to a neighborhood. Most people don't even know it's there, and it's generating a huge amount of taxes for the county. So, we've had data centers in Southwest Missouri for quite some time, and they basically are just a quiet sitting tax generator because the amount of property taxes that you can collect on them is enormous. So
It's
just
Missouri.
something to keep in mind.
Right. It's Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson here on News Talk KZRG. Congressman, I want to talk to you about UAPs this morning. David Grush, he's a former, I believe, Air Force intelligence officer. He's a big whistleblower in this community. He is now issuing concern that members of the intelligence community, organizations within the government, may be using UAPs as an excuse to hide billions of dollars in secret government spending away from Congress, away from your oversight. This is kind of a crazy kismet blend of two of your major roles, Congressman, UAP disclosure, which you're a part of, and the Department of Government Efficiency, which you're a part of, which works to root out waste, fraud, and abuse. What is your take on David Grush's voiced concerns recently?
Yeah, though these are not new claims. I think he's reiterating them from the first hearing, but that was an alarming claim. Something that the Office of Inspector General has pointed out multiple times. We have increasingly alarm bells that go off anytime that there's an audit or like an attempt to do an audit of the Department of War, which is why when they're asking me for more money every year, I say, show me that you've passed an audit, and then we can talk about more funds. But it's absolutely a problem. We had a hearing this week in the DOGE committee on the waste, fraud, and abuse within the Department of War. And we had, experts testifying. And we learned about $1,500 coffee cups, right? So we've always heard about the toilet seats and the hammers, but this still goes on. And one has to ask the question, where did that $1,500 actually go? Because I think that a lot of this is fake contracting work. So you get a contract that's actually for something more that's broader than what is actually, or the description of what you're getting does not match what you're actually paying for. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so is it like if they're developing a secret weapon or something, they can't say, $5 million for secret weapon A. They say $5 million for coffee cups. Is that the idea?
Right. Now, that would be an absurd example, but apparently they're willing to be pretty absurd because that is one legitimate example, is a $1,500 coffee cup.
That is insane. So, Congressman, what is the avenue that members of Congress and you can take to try and take the mask off the Scooby-Doo villain of overspending or potentially fraudulent spending?
Yeah, the Doge effort was really a monumental improvement when Elon came in and started requiring people to actually, in some cases they weren't even listing. This wasn't just the Department of War. This was across the federal government. In some cases, they weren't even putting the item, the description. Like when you write a check, it's like most government officials weren't even putting something in the memo saying this is what this was spent for. So that they required that field, that they made that a required field, which is amazing that it was not required. And that's the lowest bar right now. So we need to go further than that and have a lot of these appropriations or these expenditures audited to make sure that they actually went towards what they were. And there's apparently a certification process for vendors who and for transactions that occurred to make sure that we basically spent the money on exactly what we got.
Yeah. Congressman,
so that's where we need to move in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. We only have about 30 seconds here, Congressman, but my last question for you regarding this potential UAP-style hiding of government funds for God knows what away from congressional oversight is who can we be mad at? Who can you guys fire? Which heads can roll here? Who can we actually hold responsible for this? Who's at fault here?
Well, bureaucrats are going to do that. Like, that's just in their instinct. Government employees are going to spend and do whatever you allow them to get away with, right? That's when they're unchecked. So I say blame the politicians and the ones that are not trying to do the due diligence. And this week we had a pretty difficult vote. Where the intelligence community was like saying, "Trust us, bro." Where we need FISA to be reauthorized. And I'm just not one of those people that just blindly trusts the government. And I voted against the FISA reauthorization because, to me, the Constitution is more important. And, does it worry me that they may not have a tool in place to stop, a Jack Ryan-style terrorist attack or something? I don't, at the end of the day, my conscience has to be that the Constitution is more important. And if they want to be able to spy on Americans, they need to get a warrant to do so because the Constitution demands it.
Yeah.
And so we have those kind of moments all the time where elected officials are confronted with, the Department of War just needs this money, just blindly give it to them and don't ask questions. And I think that for far too long, people did that. And I'm not one of those people that will do that.
Mm-hmm. It's Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We always appreciate you and your time. We'll talk to you next week.
Likewise. Have a good weekend.
As to you, good sir. That was Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson here on News Talk KZRG.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The FBI arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudsters list, and you guessed it, Minnesota. The state with all the fraud. This is the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public. Their stock is going on sale for $135 a share and aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. That's a lot of money.
Number 1.
Speaking of a lot of money, News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 in cash every single weekday. Tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for all the deets.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? Let us know on the open mic feature on the KZRG app. Coming up, a look at weekday weather on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88. And the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find our big, beautiful hanging baskets, our enormous Boston ferns, combination pots that we're calling drop-ins. We combine several different plants in a thin pot that you could take home and drop into your existing pots. You'll find our big, beautiful geraniums, all kinds of annuals, perennials. We do offer mower service, blade sharpening. Go ahead and get those in before we get too busy. If you're planting a garden for the first time, or maybe just have questions or frustrations about things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people about issues in their garden and becoming more successful.
Get everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126, and now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin.
Mom!
Yeah?
Where does the bath drain go?
Why?
I was given my favorite Lego man a bath, and he went down the drain. So I sent a guy in after him, and a guy after him, and now the water won't go down.
When you got a clog that can't be beat. When your shower water is above your feet. When you flush that bowl and it makes you frown.
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, this is Nathan Terry. Let Spring River Drain and Sewer take the stress out of clogged pipes and backed up sewer lines. Whether it's toys, grease, roots, or years of buildup, our team has the tools and experience to clear the problem fast. And we do it right the first time. We charge flat rate pricing, not by the hour, so you know the price before we even show up. Call Spring River Drain and Sewer and get started on fixing your sewer or drains today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com, and remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
This summer, one backyard had everything. Burgers on the grill, kids running through sprinklers, fire pit glowing. Until the mosquitoes arrived. Suddenly, everyone's swatting. The dog won't stop scratching. The cookout moved inside. Fire pit abandoned. It was the summer that should have been. Until one family fought back and called Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Don't let backyard pests cancel your summer plans. Let Bug Away Pest Control use powerful, pet-friendly treatments to treat your yard and stop those pests from returning. We are the only place you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee. Swim, barbecue, and enjoy your backyard this summer without the fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. Learn how we can help with your pest problems at bugawaypc.com. We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Steve Scott along with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, Steve. How are things?
Well, we made it through last night. We had a little bit of a severe thunderstorm all last night during the afternoon and evening, but we made it through and got a lot cooler reward for today. But then I understand tomorrow night we might get a little bit rough again.
Yeah, the next system coming through, getting, like you said, the benefits of that past cold front today. 84, sunshine, average high 85, a little drier feel to the air. And then tonight, very late, maybe some stray showers and storms, partly cloudy, low near 70. And then for Saturday, sure enough, as we get into the afternoon, we are going to see, it looks like those showers and thunderstorms become likely, a little scattered variety early on. Get up to around 88, the heat index in the upper 90s as that humidity ticks up. And then it's Saturday night that we really got to keep an eye on things throughout the evening and late night. We've got the showers. We could hear thunder, could see some heavy rain, maybe a couple of inches of rain. And we're looking at the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center right now between a 2 and a 3, which is going from slight to enhanced as far as the risk for severe weather. With that, some of the threats could include damaging winds. That's going to be the main issue, it looks like, with any of the storms. And then secondary hazards being hail and then possible brief tornadoes. Hopefully we'll stay away from that part. But again, flooding could be a concern, of course, with some of the heavy rain. And then once that does clear out, we're looking at mostly cloudy day Sunday, but the high is 74 degrees, and then we stay in the mid-70s again for Monday before things start to warm up a bit as we progress through the week. But it looks like all the way through midweek, we should be rain-free as far as the upcoming work week goes.
All right. Well, Jeff, thanks very much for that weather outlook.
You got it.
Hey, we'll talk to you again soon, Jeff.
Sounds good.
Have a good one. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes, we're going to be joined live by Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt. We're going to be talking to him about a couple of things, including the House passing an immigration bill that Trump had signed. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG.
Peace at last?
86-47 burned into grass in D.C.
FISA running out tonight.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 84. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno following sports. That'll be at 7:38. Sunshine with a few clouds still floating by in the area. It's 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 69 in Galena, 70 now in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
Just yesterday, President Donald Trump announced that he has canceled plans to carry out further attacks against Iran. In a phone call endorsing Georgia Republican gubernatorial candidate Burt Jones just yesterday, the president says that the peace deal is totally complete.
We ended the war with Iran today, and they have agreed never to have a nuclear weapon, something that we insisted on. That was the whole purpose. That was 95% of it, and they've done it in the most powerful way you can do it.
However, Iran's foreign minister has completely denied that a deal is finished.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. The National Park Police are now investigating what the Trump administration is calling deranged vandalism. It's on the National Mall. 8647 was burned into a patch of grass, and the White House takes that as a threat to President Donald Trump. With the story, Rich Edson.
86 is an old term in the restaurant business. It largely means to strike or get rid of a menu item. And this term, President Trump is the 47th president. An Interior Department spokesperson tells Fox News that, quote, any threat against the president is taken very seriously by the department, and our U.S. Park Police will investigate this incident and hold those responsible accountable. The U.S. Park Police says they've not yet determined the cause of the discoloration and have collected grass samples for testing. All this while tourists travel to the National Mall to celebrate the 250th anniversary of American independence, where crews are building the Great American State Fair. That opens in just about 2 weeks.
Democratic lawmakers in the Senate and Democrats, along with some Republicans in the House, have blocked an extension of the government's warrantless surveillance program so it expires tonight at midnight.
The House and then the Senate rejected an extension of FISA 702, while Democrats and some Republicans had demanded reforms, including requiring a warrant to obtain Americans' information revealed by the surveillance. Democrats then rejected an extension over the president's selection of his federal housing finance director, Bill Pulte, as temporary director of national intelligence. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said on the Senate floor,
"At a time when we're hosting the World Cup, we got 250th anniversary celebrations going on around this country. This is a time of risk for the American people."
House lawmakers have left town and are on break until June 23rd. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Sunshine, a few clouds, 734. It's 69. News Talk, KZRG.
In Oklahoma, early voting started yesterday on a big issue, a possible increase in the state's minimum wage. News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith fills us in.
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Awake and in good spirits. That's the latest condition report on Bourbon County Sheriff Bill Martin. Martin collapsed on stage during an award ceremony on Tuesday at Fort Scott Community College. Life-saving measures were performed on the scene. Martin remains hospitalized in a Kansas City hospital. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, some clouds, make it 70 now at 7:35. News Talk, KZRG.
Natural disasters. The city of Joplin is currently working with the Southwest Missouri Council of Governments and local jurisdictions to update the multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan. This is a plan that helps guide how our local community prepares for and responds to natural disasters. Now, federal law requires that it be reviewed annually and updated at least every 5 years. Residents are invited to participate in a brief, very quick 10-question survey to share their thoughts and help inform future planning. Details inside the KZRG app.
Netflix drops a trailer for Little House on the Prairie remake.
The first full-length trailer for the Little House on the Prairie reboot is here, with Netflix calling it part hopeful family drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. The streamer is set to offer its own take on Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved semi-autobiographical Little House books.
I've seen entire families freeze to death out here, get taken by fever, wolves.
In the trailer, the traveling Ingalls family is shown attempting to settle on the American frontier, but they soon learn the challenges and tensions that exist. Season 1 of Little House on the Prairie premieres on Netflix July 9th. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Joe Morgan, are the Cardinals going to be playing later on today?
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight. Right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free of charge at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott along with Ted Bajorquez. Next news at 8 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88. And the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 70 in Neosho, 66 in Pittsburgh, 70 in Carthage, 70 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 7:39.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue, it's time to call the professionals.
At IPOC Electric, we handle residential and commercial electrical services. Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at IPOC Electric and iPocket.
And welcome back. I'm your host, Carl Carlson, and this is everyone's favorite game show, Know Your Floor. Let's meet our contestants. First up is Ryan from Big Box Toys R Us. Ryan has worked in the tile department for 4 months and is hoping to move up to laminate flooring soon. Say hello to Ryan.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, now let's meet Ryan's opponent, our 75-time returning champ, owner of Tyler's Carpets and Neosho. He has over 40 years of flooring experience in homes and businesses. He's an encyclopedia of carpet, vinyl, tile, and wood flooring knowledge. Please welcome the Chief Carpetologist.
Thanks, Carl Carlson. At Tyler's Carpet, we take pride in being able to offer great service and excellent products at great prices. And remember, if you need new flooring, keep the Chief in mind. Carpetologist, that is.
Thanks, Chief, and good luck to you, Ryan. You're gonna need it.
Tyler's has the carpets you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Summer heat, heavy loads, long miles. Your truck can't afford to slow down. Every second your truck is down is costing you money. At Open Bay Truck Repair in Joplin, they keep trucks and trailers rolling with a full-service repair shop. And they're hiring diesel mechanics and fleet maintenance technicians. Plus, their second location is now open and ready to keep your fleet maintained and rolling. Come see the Open Bay difference. Off I-44 exit 11 or at openbaytruckrepair.com. They have an Open Bay for you.
If it makes the establishment nervous, we're talking about it. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:41 is the current KZRG news time. Ted Bojorquez here on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Joining us live this morning is Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt. Congressman, as always, thank you very much for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me. Great to be back with you, Ted.
Congressman, I'm very, very excited to have you on this morning. I mean, of course, I'm excited to have you on every morning you join us, but this morning is a big deal. The immigration bill that finally passed the House, Trump signed it this week. Could you please walk us through what exactly this does and the process that the House went through to get it to where it is?
Well, yes, it was such a convoluted process, but, you got to do what you got to do. So the issue here is, obviously, the president ran on stepping up immigration enforcement, border security. People said do that, and we've been in the process of making that happen. The administration's done a lot, but they've got to have congressional support for big parts of it, including the funding to be able to continue to do the upgrades on border security, make some of those permanent, and the enforcement operations, the interior enforcement operations. And so, we had to provide that money. We did some a year ago this past summer, but, you're supposed to do that every year and keep it going. And we thought we had that worked out. We had a bipartisan agreement, Republicans and Democrats, House and Senate, on the next year's immigration funding, border security, and enforcement. It passed the House right at the end of last year. In fact, more might have been early January this year. And then you'll recall that's about the time the shootings happened up in Minneapolis, when they were having all the troubles with the enforcement operations and the protesters and people pushing back. And Senator Schumer and the Senate Democrats just put the brakes on this deal. Even though they'd agreed to a year's funding, they said, we're not doing it. And, then they went out publicly and said they want this list of reforms, but privately they would demand a different list. And when we'd agree to most of what they asked for, they'd move the goalposts. I mean, it finally became clear that they just weren't going to vote for anything. And so we had to do some convoluted procedural work, split the Homeland Security funding bill into two, and blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is that we finally were able to work it out. We got the ICE and CBP, the Immigration Enforcement Agency's funding done. We did it with entirely Republican votes through a special process. And because we had to go through all this, we didn't do 1 year's funding. We did 3 years funding, all in one bill, which means that for the rest of the Trump administration, people disgruntled with the immigration policy, Democrats for the most part in the Senate, aren't going to be able to take this thing hostage and make us do this again. So not a pretty thing, but all's well that ends well. We got the funding done. The border security enforcement operations can continue, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. It's Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt here on News Talk KZRG. Congressman, I wanted to shift gears on you here. I want to talk to you this morning about health care. It's a very big issue, one that a lot of people are thinking might be the hot topic for the midterms coming up. I want to talk to you specifically about Rural Health Transformation Fund. I know that a lot of work has been done on that. You had a very nice vote on it. Please walk us through what this is going to do for Southeast Kansas.
Yeah, this is a generational opportunity, and I'm hopeful and so far pretty optimistic that a lot of our community healthcare leaders are going to be able to really take advantage of it, to not just sort of keep doing what we've been doing, but to figure out how we can better and more effectively deliver healthcare services in different rural communities all over the state, but especially in our case in Southeast Kansas. So the idea here is that Congress can't just continue to put more and more money into the same system and expect different results. And we've seen with declining populations, with rising costs, with the need for more specialty care, with changing demographics, there are just parts of our state, parts of rural communities all over the country where the healthcare needs of today are not being met by the healthcare assets in that community that in many cases are legacy. Sometimes they've been there for generations or at least for many years. And so the idea behind this Rural Health Transformation Fund was make some money available outside the ordinary system. It's not just, continuing to pay the expenses, but some extra money outside to fund ways to move from where we are to where local healthcare leaders want us to be in different communities. So maybe in some cases that means more telehealth. Maybe it means investing in certain equipment so they can provide services in a community that will make it possible for folks not to have to travel a long ways in order to get, say, a mammogram or some type of specialty care. It's different in every community. And so we did that. We put $50 billion into that fund last year. That's going to be available over several years. Every state had to apply for their share of it. Kansas did. We got $222 million for Kansas in the first year. That's one of the highest amounts of any state in the union. So we are relatively, in a strong position. And then the state has awarded its first round of grants under that program. And we got some nice investments in communities in southeast Kansas and eastern Kansas. I think there were 9 hospitals in the district that I represent that received funding this first round. And so, it's a really exciting time is the bottom line. We've got some terrific leaders in community health care. They've been constrained by resources for a long time. They've been in a position of having to just patch through and keep doing what they've been doing when they know in some cases there are better ways to deliver quality care, but they didn't have the resources to make the transition, and this is helping with that. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting time to be alive with stuff like this, Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt. And I've talked to your contemporaries in the House in various interviews over the past couple of months, and something I have kept asking members of Congress is about the health care thing. It seems to me that health care is going to be the big deal. Anecdotally, I have a friend who sarcastically, but not sarcastically, is so fed up with it that they said they will vote for whatever party fixes health care. My question for you, Congressman, is do you think Republicans are behind on trying to tackle this health care issue? Do you think that you guys are on par with trying to tackle it?
It's always easier to say that the solution to a big problem is to put more money into the current system and do more of the same thing. And that's been the position that a lot of our friends with a different philosophy in the other party have taken. Just do more in terms of the existing programs. Obviously, you have to do enough to make the programs work. But if you put all of your resources into doing more of the same, you're never going to make systemic progress and be in a better position. Our philosophy has been we got to keep doing the things that are necessary day to day, but we also have to be looking forward. How do we want to deliver care in a small community in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years? What's that mean in terms of investing in things like telehealth or other ways of providing specialty care? So if you live in the smallest community in southeast Kansas, you can still have the ability to get access to specialty care and diagnoses from, say, a University Medical Center in Kansas City. Or maybe you don't have to travel very far to get your chemotherapy once you've been diagnosed and you're in treatment for a cancer. How do you come up with creative ways to help pay for those services? Of course, you have to continue to have the programs we all know, have come to rely upon. But you also have to look at things like expanding health savings accounts and other favored tax treatments so that people who are in a position that they can make those choices among different payment options have the options to make. In no other major sector of the economy do you have the government saying this is the way it's going to be done and only this will be supported. That's just not the way things work in a free economy. And it's not the way you get efficient and flexible and tailored outcomes that best meet the needs of every community and every individual citizen. So I really think to your point, Ted, that's kind of the sort of the fork in the road, if you will. We're trying to find ways to allow the system to improve itself. We're creative minds that want to do things differently because they know and love their communities and they know and love how to provide healthcare services, can do it. And we want to do that at the same time. We keep the safety net in place. And our friends on the other side just haven't focused as much on those types of transitions. And I think we're on the right side of the issue for the people we represent.
Yeah. It's Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt here on News Talk KZRG. Congressman, we only have about 60 seconds here, but really quickly, briefly, can you explain your effort, your bill, to deport criminal illegal immigrants?
Well, there's a lot of good tools in place already to deport people who have come here illegally and committed additional crimes, and then they're discovered and they're prosecuted and they can be removed. But there's also a category of people who have come here illegally, or maybe they've come here with permission, and they choose then to affiliate with criminal gangs. Think the Crips and the Bloods, stereotypically, but criminal street gangs, we all know them. They aren't just illegal aliens, of course. They're people who are domestic. But if you come to this country, either as a guest or illegally, and you choose to affiliate with a criminal organization, we should not have to wait until you've committed a crime and hurt somebody to deport you from the country. And so what we've proposed is if you come here and you join a criminal street gang, the government proves your affiliation with them, you've made that choice, you have made a choice to be removed from the country. And I think that just makes sense. So that's what the legislation would do, and it's moving through the House. I'm hopeful it'll become law.
Excellent. Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much, Ted. Take care.
You too. We'll talk to you again soon, Congressman. That was Kansas U.S. Congressman Derek Schmidt here on News Talk KZRG.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The FBI has arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudsters list. You guessed it, it was in Minnesota. You know, the state with all the fraud. This is the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public, stock going on sale for $135 a share today. Aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Number 1.
Speaking of a lot of money, News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 in cash Every single weekday, tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 cash. Full details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88. And the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate.
Good morning, everybody.
Howdy.
Howdy. Mary, if you are still here, which I hope you are. So Mary here 6 minutes ago. Mary's here. Okay. Mary, I'm going to give you a ring later today because I know that the questions you wanted me to ask Congressman Burleson, I know we moved on from them pretty quickly, and there's a reason why. And so I'm going to give you a ring later this afternoon, Mary, because I'd love to explain it, and I'd love to explain how we're going to keep pursuing your questions, because I want those questions answered. I do. And so I know that that was a very brief part of the interview, and I hope you weren't disappointed at that. But I have a whole plan in place. We're going to get those questions discussed, I assure you. Yes, you are here. Good. Yeah, no, I'll give you a ring later on this afternoon. Yeah, we'll chat. But thank you for your questions, Mary. Austin, I hope that Congressman Burleson's answers to your questions were satisfactory regarding data centers. Going to be honest, not at all what I was expecting him to say. Totally 180 what I thought he was going to say.
Wonder what the president would think of that.
I know. But I'll tell you what, that's why we ask these questions. We like to think that we know what they would say, what they would do. I thought I knew what he was going to say when I asked your question about data centers. He did not say the thing I thought he was going to say. Took me for a loop. That's why we ask questions. But anyway, all right. We're going to switch you guys back over. But I was going to say, the reason why I preface all this is because I do sincerely really appreciate when you guys send us questions, and I do, and Steve does, work really hard to try and get them answered. And in moments where they seem less than satisfactory, we try to keep flipping rocks over for you guys. So.
At Como Jewelry, we love that. Our custom design process lets you dream big and be part of the magic from start to finish. We'll help you create a piece that's 100% you. Come see us in Pittsburgh or at our brand new Joplin location at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your custom creation headquarters.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is, what do you call a group of flamingos? 417.
Flamingos.
There's a shorter word for it.
Oh, a term. Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's one word. What do you call a group of flamingos? 417-782-1310. Sort of how a group of crows is called a murder, a group of cows is called a herd, And a group of Teds is called a huge headache for the entire four states community.
Amen.
What do you call a group of flamingos? 417-782-1310. You know flamingos, they're tall, they're pink, and they stand goofy when they walk.
Yeah, they like standing on one leg.
Mm-hmm. When there's a bunch of them all together, I believe more than 3 is the minimum. It's considered a group. What do you call that group? 417-782-1310.
And I'll bet it's not fabulous.
That's a hint, by the way. It's not fabulous, but it's pretty darn close to that.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
I was just playing a joke.
Were you? You were actually pretty close. What do you call a group of flamingos? It's close to fabulous, but it isn't fabulous. What is it? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
What do you call a group of flamingos? 417-782-1310. It starts with an F. It's not fabulous, but it's real close. 417-782-1310. My goodness gracious. Might we have to hold this over for Monday, Steve?
I have a suspicion we may just have to.
417-782-1310. What do you call a group of flamingos? They're real pink, those birds. And you know, people that wear pink are pretty, that's a hint. 417-782-1310. Nothing, huh? Oh my goodness, looks like it's our question for Monday.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
It's not a done deal. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's the word today from Iran, though its foreign ministry does say terms are mostly finalized in an agreement with the U.S. President Trump says there is a deal to end the war.
And most importantly, we have a deal that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon.
But the conflict isn't quite over. Fox Business's Max Gordon reports from Dubai.
U.S. forces reported shooting down 2 Iranian attack drones that were attempting to strike commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. This after President Trump canceled strikes on Iran last night. President Trump also says that a memorandum of understanding between the United States and Iran could be signed in the next couple of days.
Oil will start coming down to, I think, even lower than it was before.
Oil prices are down almost 3% this morning. WTI about $85 a barrel. That's still $20 higher than before the conflict started. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising on hopes of a deal. The day after a market surge, the Dow gained more than 900 points, getting back Wednesday's big losses. And one stock could blast off at the opening bell in a half hour when SpaceX starts trading in the biggest initial public offering ever.
$75 billion worth of shares. We're expecting a share price of $135.
Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis.
If all goes according to plan, CEO Elon Musk could become the world's first trillionaire. In addition, and this is important, some 4,000 employees will become millionaires, at least on paper, due to their stock options.
That's Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis. An update on the search for Nancy Guthrie more than 3 months after she disappeared in Arizona.
The federal law enforcement source telling Fox News that Nancy Guthrie is still missing after an anonymous tip sparked a massive search in Mexico. The tip claimed that Nancy was in a shallow grave in Nogales.
That's Fox's Carly Shimkus, but there was no body found in that search. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. It's a lot cooler today. We're heading for a high of 84. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Hino following sports at 8:08. Sunshine with some clouds. It's 70 in Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Galena, 72 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. In Oklahoma, early voting started yesterday on a very big issue. A possible increase in the state's minimum wage. News Talk KZRG Steve Smith fills this in.
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Hundreds of thousands of Missourians have lost Medicaid coverage, mostly due to paperwork issues. Matt Pilger fills this in.
A report from the Missouri Independent based on data from the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services shows more than 333,000 people lost coverage between January 2025 and February 2026. About 92% were dropped due to missing forms or incomplete information, not eligibility, raising concerns. New federal work requirements are set to take effect in 2027. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
The government reports that a very important Social Security trust fund is projected to run out of money in late 2032. That's a little bit sooner than originally projected. That means payouts could be reduced. Then, Missouri State University finance professor Jeff Jones explains how the system works.
The system, when it was set up, was basically set up so that the payments into the system by workers today are funding current retirees. So there always needs to be some sort of fund, right, that kind of captures all that.
He says the taxes coming in are not keeping up with, and Congress is going to have to consider some very tough decisions. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine and clouds mixed, 72-804. News Talk, KZRG.
This is National Alzheimer's Disease Month. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia that robs victims of their most precious memories. Dr. Russell Swerdlow treats Alzheimer's patients at KU Medical Center and explained to News Talk KZRG what exactly Alzheimer's disease is.
There are different kinds of Alzheimer's. There are clearly forms of Alzheimer's disease where there is a very strong genetic component, and we can see it moving from generation to generation. But this is very uncommon. It accounts for way less than 1% of Alzheimer's disease. The rest of it is what we call sporadic, meaning that there's not one gene that's driving it. There are genes, though, that contribute.
Over 7 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's disease, which is the most common form of dementia.
KZRG News Time, 8:05.
Your 805 code word is really tough. Your 705 code word was CAT, C-A-T, and it was really easy because the 805 one is really, really difficult. Are you ready for this?
I'm waiting.
It's dog. Text the word dog to 417-782-1310. I'm going to spell it out for you here. D-O-G, dog.
A drug bust in Girard, Kansas. 2 under arrest after the Crawford County Sheriff's Office and the KBI executed a narcotics-related search warrant early yesterday morning. During the search, investigators located suspected meth and drug paraphernalia. Arrested 40-year-old Christina Lear on charges of aggravated endangering of a child, distribution and possession of meth. 54-year-old Teresa Harper arrested for possession of meth. Investigation is still going on. Are the Cardinals going to be playing baseball again tonight? With the answer, Joe Morgan.
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight. Right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Sunny up to 84 today. Tonight, partly cloudy. Could see stray showers and storms very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and storms likely, getting up to 88. Could see some rough stuff Saturday night. And then we're mostly cloudy Sunday. I'm Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Co-Roofing and Construction. When severe weather hits, choose the professionals at Millwood to repair and protect your roof and everything under it. For details and to receive a quote, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
KZRG Storm Tracker radar showing no precipitation in the four-state area this morning. Sunshine with some clouds, 70 in Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Webb City, 72 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:08.
Your next favorite weekend isn't hours away. It's right here in Neosho. While everyone else is sitting in traffic, circling parking lots, and waiting an hour for a table, people in the know are spending their Saturdays differently. They're starting in the morning at the farmer's market, coffee in hand, walking around downtown, browsing stores, hunting for antiques, and taking their time. They're spending the afternoon at Big Spring Park, biking through Morse Park, discovering local murals, sweet treats, quiet patios, and live music. It feels like a hidden secret you wish you'd found sooner. And the best part, you don't have to fight the chaos to enjoy it. In Neosho, you can visit the nation's oldest fish hatchery, play a round of golf, no rush, no feeling like you're just another car in line, just a town full of surprises that more people are starting to discover. So don't miss out. Plan your next day trip or weekend in Neosho. Download the Experience Neosho app today or follow the Neosho Chamber Facebook page and discover what it means to experience Neosho.
Here's your mail, Grandpa. Looks like you got a letter from the cable company, a postcard from church, and the power bill.
I don't want to see that old bill. It's always hundreds of dollars these days.
Everything is really expensive these days, Grandpa.
Huh. Well, back in my day, things used to be cheap. Heck, I bought a car for less than I spend on my power bill now. A dozen eggs, 2 quarters. Milk, $1. A quarter if Grandma met the milkman at the door.
Energy bills have skyrocketed, but we can help. I'm Chris.
And Zach. We're the window guys from Windows and More. In fact, new windows are one of the only things that can pay for themselves thanks to the money you'll save on your energy bill.
New, high-efficient windows from Windows and More come with a lifetime manufacturer warranty.
Get your windows installed and watch the savings start stacking up.
See our showroom at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin or find us online at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows and More.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Every 4 years, we watch sports that we know nothing.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, man.
So you don't want me to leave at 8:30? Good morning, everybody. Rick, good morning. Do we get points for guessing the next code word an hour before it's given? You get a pat on the back and bragging rights. Does that count, Rick? You can have that if you'd like.
Your smile tells.
Aside from that,
it shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves
not really
from a team that understands just how important.
Unfortunately,
with 47.
Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 8:15, KZRG News Time, 8:14. It's Ted Pahorkas.
It's Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
Well, what's your question?
My question for you, Steve, is who is your hero and why is it me? Just kidding. My question is, how's the weather?
Well, it's Superman, that's not you. It's going to be sunny today. It's going to be cooler. 84 for the high today. Tonight, partly cloudy, down to 70. Chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm in the early morning hours. High tomorrow, 89. Now, tomorrow night, a 100% chance of rain and showers and thunderstorms. Heavy rain possible. Severe weather is possible. All modes, but mostly wind and hail is the biggest threats. If the weather turns severe, keep it right here because we'll break in if it breaks out. The overnight low tomorrow night, 66, and then 74 on Sunday with mostly cloudy, and 57 for the low on Sunday night, 76 on Monday with mostly sunny, all according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
That is exactly right. KZRG News Time, officially now 8:15. Well, Senator Rick Scott, he's a Republican from Florida. You may recognize the name, and that's because he's kind of a big wig. He's definitely a Republican firebrand.
Yeah, he's the former governor.
That's right, yeah. He introduced legislation just yesterday that would raise civil fines on illegal aliens who enter or attempt to enter the United States unlawfully or fail to leave after being ordered to be removed. Now, that's one thing. That's interesting. A lot of Republicans are pushing for legislation like that. That's not something that's exciting enough to bring up on the most exciting morning show in the entire 4 states, the KZRG Morning News Watch. Here's what makes this effort so exciting that we couldn't help but bring it up this morning. The second part. The second part of this is it would also increase penalties for employers who knowingly hire unauthorized workers. That, in my mind, is the golden ticket to this effort.
I would agree.
This is a big one. And here's why I think this is a really, really big deal. People that are illegally crossing the border into this country, they're not uprooting their lives and leaving their home country. They're not risking never seeing their family again and risking paying a cartel coyote to smuggle them into the United States just to live in hiding from ICE. They're not doing all that for fun. They're not doing it because they like the weather here better than their home country. They're not risking never seeing their friends and family again because Ted is here, and so they got to be here. They're doing it for 2 major reasons. Or Steve, because they love Steve.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Steve had a face. Now he doesn't. They're coming to this country illegally for 2 main reasons. Number one, it's because the Democrats are trying to give them free health care and free housing and free benefits. That's the first big reason they're coming here. And number 2, is because there are financial and work opportunities here that simply do not exist in their home country.
Yeah, minimum wage is much higher here than it is in their country.
Way higher.
Way higher.
And so, Republicans, like I said, they're already working on getting rid of that first half with the Democrats trying to give all the free stuff. That's great. Rick Scott is now trying to get rid of the financial angle for why immigrants come here. Here's why I think this is genius. If you impose massive fines on U.S. companies for knowingly hiring illegal migrants, guess what? They're going to stop hiring illegal migrants. Why? Because that's how corporations have worked since the dawn of corporations. If you start imposing heavy financial levies on a company for doing something, they're going to start changing their behavior real fast.
Oh, big time.
Once the bottom line starts getting impacted, you better bet your bottom dollar that they're going to alter their practices. If you put massive fines on American companies for knowingly hiring illegal migrants, they're going to stop that hiring process real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time. And if they do that, if a company stop hiring illegal migrants will lose a major reason as to why they come to this country in the first place. And that is to make money to send back to their families. Because that is consistently the number one reason, historically, why migrants came to America, both legally and illegally. Historically. Now, in present day, again, the Democrats are trying to give them free housing and all that stuff. And that's a problem, and Republicans have been very loud, and they've been working on fixing it. But this is an angle to trying to stop illegal migration that is way less popular, that Rick Scott is bringing to the forefront of the American political conversation, and I think that's important. I think it's awesome.
I think it's great that they go after the employers that are hiring the illegals.
Yeah. Now, Scott's bill is entitled the Illegal Immigration Cost Recovery Act. It's being co-sponsored by Senator Mike Lee, a Republican from Utah, and Senator Tim Sheehy, which is a Republican as well. Now, what it does is it charges money. It basically, there are already fines imposed on employers for hiring illegal migrants, but it raises that charge. For the first offense, if a company in America is caught knowingly hiring an illegal migrant, originally, they were fined $250. This bill charges them $2,000 for the first offense.
Wow.
Yeah, which is huge. And depending on how big the offense is, it could charge even up to $11,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now, for the second offense, originally the fine was $2,000 to $5,000. But under this bill, if it's passed, that fine will be $11,000 to nearly $30,000 for the second offense.
They need to raise it even more, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And for subsequent offenses after that, originally the penalty was $3,000 to $10,000. Now, under this bill, if it passes, would be $7,000 to nearly $60,000 for all subsequent offenses. This is huge. This is a really good idea, and here's the other reason I think this is a good idea. To be perfectly honest, why are employers hiring illegal migrants in the first place?
To make money. It's cheaper.
Cheap labor.
Yeah.
If you make that cheap labor suddenly cost $60,000 per offense, suddenly that cheap labor ain't all that cheap.
That's right.
Suddenly, it's cheaper to hire Americans than hiring an illegal migrant and risking a government fine over it. That's why I think this is a great way of curbing illegal migration, because then these companies are going to stop hiring them, and then these illegal migrants are going to have no reason to come here, because that's the biggest reason to come here is working, is making money and sending it back to their home countries.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Republicans wanted to get really serious about stopping illegal migration, then they would jail employers, in my opinion, for knowingly hiring an illegal migrant. But we're not quite there yet.
No.
So a raise in financial plan or fines to affect their bottom dollar, I think that's a good step in the right direction.
I would agree.
We'll see if this bill gets passed. We'll see if it goes anywhere. KZRG News Time just after 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The FBI has arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudsters list in, you guessed it, Minnesota. You know, the state with all the fraud. Now, this is the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public. Their stock is going on sale for $135 a share and aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. That is a lot of money.
Number 1.
News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 cash every single weekday. Tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in the daily drawing for $100 in cash. Go to newstalkkzrg.com for all the details.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? If you want to know, go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. If you could have dinner with anybody dead or alive, who would it be? You can also hit us up on our Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. Dakota on Facebook said probably Jesus. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait. No, maybe I misread that. Maybe it's probably Jesus, my next door neighbor. He's from Guatemala. He is here legally. He's awesome. His whole family's been here for a long time. So yeah, Dakota, I can hook you up with my neighbor Jesus if you want. You guys can have dinner. I think that'd be lovely. Who would you choose? Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando and technology on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88. And the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy, do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Services like hand-based, autos, dog wash, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services a la carte as you need them. Affordable convenience right at your fingertips with the Hurricane Car Wash app. They have 2 locations in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and it works at all 3 locations. Download the app now for your next car wash and go off the rails in the best way possible. Visit hurricanecarwash.net for details. Hurricane Car Wash, your hometown car wash.
Hey, Jerry, what's going on, man? No, Joe, don't leave at 8:30. That doesn't work for us. I did tell Joe that he could leave at 8:30 this morning, and then I changed my mind because I need him for something. So I said, Joe, you cannot leave at 8:30.
Who are you talking to?
Who else is here? Oh, Jalen, the employer. Yeah, honest. Again, I've said this about politicians. I believe it with larger corporations. Politicians and large corporations have so much money, they're not really afraid of legal fines because they have so much disposable income. They can hire an army of lawyers and they can win the war of attrition when it comes to the litigation combat that is this country. They will win that fight every single time. So fines and legal fees and legal costs and court battles mean nothing to those people. For those people, the only thing that would deter them, that would stop them, that would freak them out is getting thrown in jail. So if you wanted to get really serious about these employers, stop scaring them away from hiring illegal migrants knowingly. The biggest scare is to say, you do it, you're going to jail. You get 6 months in jail for every illegal migrant you hire. Simple as that. They would stop hiring illegal migrants real fast if that were the situation.
Today, there are more copycat-biased and anti-capitalist news about the SpaceX IPO than you can count. All center on Elon Musk becoming the world's first trillionaire, as if somehow there's something fundamentally wrong with it. But Musk is far from the real story. I'm Kim Commando for NativePath. Save 45% on NativePath collagen and receive free shipping and free gifts. Go to getnativepath.com/Kim. You're witnessing history. Consider that the railroads began as risky private ventures backed by the most wealthy, but built for public use. Aviation's real growth began with government airmail contracts and then defending America in World War II. GPS was developed for the military long before it became something every driver uses. And the internet grew from a defense-funded research network into the backbone of modern life. The headline may be Elon Musk's net worth, but the real story is what happens when space becomes a genuinely useful infrastructure. And that begins today. Get my free 5-star rated newsletter every single morning. Sign up at getkim.com. You know that glow that you see on people who just seem to radiate health? It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening inside their body. And one of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, which can lead to wrinkles, thinning hair, brittle nails, and just feeling less flexible than we used to. But the good news is that you can support your body naturally. With high-quality collagen from Native Path, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support smoother-looking skin, stronger nails, and shinier hair. And some studies also suggest collagen supplements may help support bone health, too. You see, it's not about turning back time. I know we want to do that, but we just can't. It's about feeling your best at any age. And right now, as a Kim Commando listener, you can get Native Path Collagen for just a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping and a free gift bundle. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch my show every weekday. It all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
Going to be sunny today. It's going to be cooler, 84 for the high for today. Now, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's going to be in the 70s, believe it or not. But today, it's going to be 84 with sunshine and few clouds floating by. Not too bad. Tomorrow, got a chance of some showers and thunderstorms late in the afternoon and then in tomorrow night. 100% chance of rain tomorrow night. Some storms could be severe. Some could produce heavy rainfall. The biggest threat for tomorrow night's severe weather outbreak, if it happens, will be for wind and also hail. There is a possibility of tornadoes, though. If severe weather breaks out, we'll break in right here on News Talk KZRG. This information according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Yes, indeed. And of course, it is in fact Friday afternoon, which means coming up next, we're going to be finding out what is going on in the 4 states. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 8:40. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you. Exciting news.
Ooh, you save 15% on your insurance?
Even better than that. Sean Hannity is joining us at 2 this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right after, of course, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11 on News Talk KZRG.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG.
U.S.-Iran talks.
86-47 burned into the grass in D.C.
FISA runs out tonight.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Cooler today, sunny. We're heading for a high of 84. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno following sports. That will be at 8:38. Some clouds, some sun. It's 70 in Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh. It is 72 in Galena, 72 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
President Trump once again signaling that a peace deal with Iran is so close and on the way and going to happen any day now.
Peace might be coming to the Persian Gulf with a potential deal between the United States and Iran, but the region remains on edge. U.S. forces reported shooting down 2 Iranian attack drones that were attempting to strike commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. This even after President Trump called off strikes scheduled for last night on Iran. President Trump also says that a memorandum of understanding could soon be signed with Iran. Iran's foreign ministry says much of the agreement has been outlined, but nothing is currently finalized. According to reporting from Bloomberg, a signing ceremony could come as early as Sunday in Geneva, Switzerland. In Dubai, Max Gordon, Fox News.
The National Park Police are investigating what the Trump administration is calling deranged vandalism on the National Mall. 86-47 was burned into a patch of grass, and the White House takes that as a threat to President Trump. with the story. Rich Edson.
86 is an old term in the restaurant business. It largely means to strike or get rid of a menu item. And this term, President Trump is the 47th president. An Interior Department spokesperson tells Fox News that, quote, any threat against the president is taken very seriously by the department, and our U.S. Park Police will investigate this incident and hold those responsible accountable. The U.S. Park Police says they've not yet determined the cause of the discoloration and have collected grass samples for testing. All this while tourists travel to the National Mall to celebrate the 250th anniversary of American independence, where crews are building the Great American State Fair. That opens in just about 2 weeks.
Well, Democrat lawmakers in the Senate and Democrats, along with a handful of Republicans in the House, have blocked an extension of the government's warrantless surveillance program. So it expires tonight at midnight.
The House and then the Senate rejected an extension of FISA 702, while Democrats and some Republicans had demanded reforms, including requiring a warrant to obtain Americans' information revealed by the surveillance. Democrats then rejected an extension over the president's selection of his federal housing finance director, Bill Pulte, as temporary director of national intelligence. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said on the Senate floor,
at a time when we're hosting the World Cup, we got 250th anniversary celebrations going on around this country. This is a time of risk for the American people.
House lawmakers have left town and are on break until June 23rd. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
60, make that 72. It's 8:35 News Talk, KZRG.
In Oklahoma, early voting starting yesterday on a big issue, a possible increase in the state's minimum wage. What's the deal with that, Steve Smith?
Right now, Oklahoma's minimum wage is just $7.25 an hour, where it's been for nearly 20 years. You might think raising it to $15, the proposal on the ballot next Tuesday, would be something everyone would be for. But not everyone in the Sooner State is for $15 an hour. Some say the hike will cause costs to go up, and they say people might even lose their jobs. Those in favor say the increase will give people a better standard of living. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Another drowning in the Show Me State. A 31-year-old man from Lebanon, Missouri, drowning in the Niagara River on Wednesday afternoon. It happened near the Tunnel Dam Power Plant southwest of Camdenton. The man was pulled from the river and CPR was used, but he was pronounced dead by the Camden County Medical Examiner. It was the fifth drowning in central Missouri this year. The identity of the victim is being withheld. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Some sun, some clouds, 72. It's 8:35 News Talk, KZRG.
Natural disasters. The city of Joplin now working with the Southwest Missouri Council of Governments and local jurisdictions to update the multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan. This plan helps guide how our community prepares for and responds to natural disasters. It's something that federal law requires be reviewed annually and updated at least every 5 years. You are invited to participate in a very brief, very quick 10-question survey to share your thoughts and help inform future planning. You can find that survey and details on the story inside the KZRG app.
Netflix drops the trailer for its Little House on the Prairie remake.
The first full-length trailer for the Little House on the Prairie reboot is here, with Netflix calling it part hopeful family drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. The streamer is set to offer its own take on Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved semi-autobiographical Little House books.
I've seen entire families freeze to death out here, get taken by fever, wolves.
In the trailer, the traveling Ingalls family is shown attempting to settle on the American frontier, but they soon learn the challenges and tensions that exist. Season 1 of Little House on the Prairie premieres on Netflix July 9th. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Did the Cardinals win? Joe Morgan has the answer.
Let's start out on the diamond where Corey Seager did some heavy lifting yesterday. Seager launched a home run and tacked on a single to power the Texas Rangers past Kansas City 4-2. No rest for the weary, though. The Royals back up and open a 3-game series tonight. Right back at Kauffman. First pitch for that one is locked in at 7:10. Meanwhile, over in New York, Juan Soto played hero for the Mets. Soto crushed a clutch go-ahead homer in the 7th inning, lifting the Mets to a tight 5-4 victory over St. Louis. That blast snaps the Cardinals' 6-game winning streak. Up next, the Cards hit the road to Minnesota for a date with the Twins. That first pitch is also set for 7:10. Hear it live on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
It's free of charge at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff Saturday night. We're looking at the primary threats being damaging winds, and then the secondary hazards. Hail, brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out. We've got sunshine today up to 84. Tonight, partly cloudy. Late, could see stray showers and storms, actually very late, low near 70. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, high of 88, and the heat index in the upper 90s. And then maybe rough stuff Saturday night, mostly clouds Sunday. Jeff Eno in the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. It is 70 in Neosho, 73 now in Pittsburgh, 72 in Galena, 72 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 8:39.
All right, everybody, calm down. I watched a couple of videos online. I basically know electricity now.
Tommy, why do you have a toilet brush in your hand?
Because the guy online said sometimes you got to clean the connection.
Okay, why are you trying to stick your tongue in the outlet?
I'm just trying to see if it still has power. Oh, okay. It definitely had power.
If your electrical repair involves a toilet brush and your tongue, it's time to call the professionals.
At IPOC Electric, we handle residential and commercial electrical services. Outlets not working, lights flickering, switches that quit, ceiling fans that need replacing, and all the electrical problems hiding behind your walls.
So the tongue test isn't electrician approved.
Tommy, the only thing your tongue should be testing is whether the tea is sweet enough.
Our electricians show up when we say we will, explain the problem, and fix it safely the first time.
So I should stop watching these electrical hacks online?
Immediately. When something's wrong with your power, don't Google it.
Don't YouTube it.
And definitely don't lick it.
Just call the professionals at IPOC Electric and iPocket.
It started out small, a missed word here, a repeated sentence there, turning the TV up just a little more. But those little moments add up to missed conversations, strained relationships, and a disconnect from the world around you. It's time to reconnect and re-engage with your life and loved ones with hearing aids from Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. Mid-America Hearing Center believes the first step should be easy and pressure-free, so they offer free comprehensive hearing exams and cognitive screenings, so you can find out how your hearing is affecting you and how you can improve it starting now. And if you do need hearing support, they won't stop at fitting you with technology. They provide continued aftercare and testing to make sure your hearing aids are working exactly as they should. Don't miss another moment. Mid-America Hearing Center, just off I-44 on exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day. Mid-America Hearing Center.
You're under a lot of pressure. Prove yourself, work hard, work out, be the best mom, be super mom, a valued partner, a present wife, change diapers, dance recitals, science projects, nutritious meals, dishes, laundry. A lot of pressure. You deserve a break. Relax your mind, renew your body, and refresh your spirit in the gorgeous state-of-the-art facility at Oasis Salon and Spa. For over 20 years, Oasis Salon and Spa has been the area's go-to destination for the newest trends, techniques, and technologies. Is your skin showing your stress? Microneedling helps reduce acne, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and stimulates collagen for a healthier, glowing appearance. Need an afternoon of pampering? Oasis Salon and Day Spa wants you to enjoy the luxury of a full pampering experience. Hair, nails, and makeup done at the same place to enhance your inner and outer beauty and nurture your soul. You'll leave looking good and feeling good. Treat yourself to the break you deserve. Oasis Salon and Day Spa, 29th in Arizona in Joplin, or online at oasissalonanddayspa.com.
Join me, Buck Sexton, and our good friend Clay Travis every weekday starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z. with the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
Going to be sunny today, 84 for the high. Tonight it's going to be partly cloudy. Very early in the morning, we could have a risk of a stray shower or thunderstorm coming through. Better chance tomorrow with the high of 89. 100% chance of rain, possibly heavy rain, showers, and thunderstorms tomorrow night. Some could be strong to severe as well. If they break out severe, keep it here because we will break in and give you all the information. Mostly cloudy on Sunday, 74. 57, mostly cloudy on Sunday night. Monday, 76 for the high with mostly sunny, but got to make it through tomorrow night with all that possibility of severe weather. That's according to KZRG meteorologist Jeff Eno.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's something we need to be thankful for.
What's that?
Thank God it's...
Ah, yes, we got to be thankful because it's Friday. And you know what else we need to be doing at this time of the day on Friday?
How many guesses do I get?
3, and the first 2 don't count.
All right, skipping straight to guess number 3.
All right.
That is informing the 4 states area of all the great stuff going on in and around the area this weekend.
You mean what's going on?
Uh-huh. Hit it, Steve.
Where is it? You moved it. Ah, there it is.
The double whammy. It's like a double feature, except instead it's music-based. 2 lovely Friday-themed songs coming your way for many lovely weekend events coming to the 4 states this weekend.
What's going on this weekend? The Neosho Farmers Market is open at 201 West Spring Street every Saturday during the market season. The Neosho Farmers Market is ready to bring you the best of local fresh produce, baked goods. I love baked goods. Handmade items, and so much more. The farmers market is open from 9 a.m. tomorrow through 12 noon. Don't miss it in Neosho.
That's one going on in Neosho. There's also a farmers market happening in Webb City as well. That's year-round. It is kicking off also at 9 in the morning, and it's going also until 12 noon. That's through October 6th. It happens every single Tuesday and Saturday, so that's awesome. Everything that Steve mentioned applies as well, but instead of Neosho, it's in Webb City, so you can hit up both or one or the other.
You are invited to go to the Webb City Library as they celebrate Webb City's 150th anniversary. They're only 100 years less than America. They're going to have a presentation by Aldine Chambers. It'll be happening tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Refreshments will be served for this very, very special occasion celebrating Webb City 150 years.
Wow, a lot of big anniversaries this year. A lot of big celebrations. We got America 250. We have Webb City 150.
Yeah.
We got Route 66 100. We got the FIFA World Cup coming to town. A lot of celebrations. I know the YMCA is having some sort of anniversary this year too. Steve's doing the Trump dance. Very well done, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Very well done. Things kicking off in Carthage this weekend. There is the Cruising into Summer event. It's summer. It's kicking off with their Food Truck Friday. That's happening today at 305 West Chestnut Street in Carthage. It's going to be exactly what it sounds like. It's a Food Truck Friday. So that's kicking off this afternoon. Should be a lot of fun. There's going to be food. And from my understanding, there's also going to be trucks as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's why they call it Food Truck Friday.
I never could have conceived of such a thought in my life.
Also happening this weekend, it's going to be happening today. Hot Rod Power Tour is coming through Carthage. Carthage will see an exciting influx of visitors as the Hot Rod Power Tour, known as the world's largest rolling automotive festival, travels through the community today at approximately 8:30 this morning until noon. Now, that's going to be in Carthage. They'll be featuring more than 5,000 vehicles. This multi-day event began in Joliet, Illinois, and will conclude today at the Tulsa Raceway Park, where the final show hours are scheduled from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. Now, participants will travel along the historic Route 66, entering Carthage via Highway 96, and then they'll be continuing on. I understand they might be going through Joplin as well, because we've got historic Route 66 here.
All right. Now would be a great time to have those Ted statues up, but whatever. Carthage also having their own farmers market. They do that as well. It's happening this Saturday.
And what do they call it?
What do you mean? They call it a farmers market.
No. They have a special name for it. It's because it's on a certain highway.
It's on. What are you getting at here? Oh, Route 66.
Yeah, you used to call it Route 66. It's Route 66.
It's Route and farms because roots appear in farms, I guess. So anyway, that's going on this weekend as well. It's at 122 Grant Street in Carthage. It's at their pavilion. It's sort of near the Carthage Civil War Museum, and I know Pete's Convenience Store is in that area as well. So that's pretty sweet. That's kicking off tomorrow as well.
Speaking of very sweet, shop the Empire Market in Joplin. Be sure to go every Saturday all year long from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in their indoor historic location, which is located on 4th Street in Joplin. Shop with vendors in the Lineman's Hall, the Foreman's Hall, and the Engineers Hall every week. Wow, they even have a hall just for our engineering crew.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
The Empire Market located at 931 East 4th Street in Joplin.
Yeah, so we have that going on as well. Also, really quickly, we're up against the clock here, but I wanted to give a big shout-out. This Sunday is an important day. This Sunday is Flag Day. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Flag Day is more than just, oh, cool, I can, bust out my Danny DeVito flag or my Eric Andre legalized ranch flag or something.
Or maybe Ted flag.
Well, listen, that should be flying year-round, but... Okay. Flag Day is actually really, really cool. It's a really important American tradition. It is every year on every year it's on the, I believe, the second Sunday of the month.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, the second Sunday, and it commemorates in 1777 when the Second Continental Congress officially adopted the design of the American flag. That's what it commemorates.
Wasn't that made by Betsy Ross?
I believe you are correct. Steve would know. He knew Betsy. He actually,
she was a personal friend.
Yeah, he babysat her when she was a kid. That's how old Steve is.
Gee, thanks.
So this is pretty sweet. So don't forget Flag Day is this weekend. Remember to fly Old Glory. Show some respect to Old Glory. Please do it right. Help remember how important Old Glory is to this country, to really planet Earth as being the leaders of the free world, the number one country on planet Earth. And also in honor of that, American Legion Post 13, this Sunday, they are doing a flag retirement ceremony. That's happening at 4 o'clock in 2 days from now, this Sunday, on the west side of Memorial Hall at 8th and Joplin in Joplin. This is American Post Legion 13 hosting this. So if you want to check that out, you can go show some respect. And also, if you have some old, worn, and torn American flags, I know some people like the rugged look. Oh, dude, my American flag is like ripped and torn. It looks awesome, man. No, that is very, very disrespectful to Old Glory. If you have an old flag that is faded, that is torn, that is worn, it's not cool to fly that. There are proper ways to properly retire those flags. You can go to the American Legion Post 13 on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Check out how they do it during their flag retirement ceremony. Ask questions. What is an appropriate way of doing it? And I know that in the 4 states area, in multiple cities, there are actually flag retirement boxes that you can go. It's on our website, the locations of them. But if you just look up flag retirement boxes on our website at news.kzrg.com, there's boxes that you can retire your flags. You just put them in there, and then local posts and VFWs pick them up and retire them properly. So that's really awesome as well. KZRG News Time 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The FBI has arrested the first person on its new most wanted fraudsters list, and you guessed it, Minnesota! You know, the state with all the fraud. This is the first big fish caught since the FBI compiled this list in an attempt to fight fraud.
Yeah, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes and also the land of 10,000 fraudsters, apparently.
Number 2.
SpaceX going public. Their stock is going on sale for $135 a share. Aims to earn $75 billion, which values the company at $1.77 trillion. That's a lot of money.
Number 1.
News Talk KZRG still giving away $100 in cash every single weekday. Tune in at 705, 805, 1205, and 405 for a code word. When you hear it, text it to 417-782-1310 to get in on the daily drawing for $100 cold hard cash. More information at newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Let us know on our Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Coming up in less than 10 minutes, the Chris Plant Show will be here at 9 on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast, and we are going to be looking at maybe some rough stuff. Yeah.